Haunted houses, smugglers' dens, mages' tower, a whole freaking castle, and whatever this is. There are plenty of incredible houses in Oblivion to buy or get for free, and today I'll cover all of the houses, how to get them, their upgrades, and everything in between. Let's go! I'm going to sort these via price with all the free X DLC houses at the very end, which all have their benefits, but none, and I mean honestly none, compared to this beautiful waterfront property in the Imperial City. The Shack is this beautiful single room house that you can get on the waterfront of the Imperial City, overlooking those crisp remastered waters of the world. Now, in order to purchase this beauty, you will need to head to the office of the Imperial Commerce in the Market District, equipped with your 2,000 gold, and then talk to the lady behind the counter. You'll be able to purchase this house. Now, as with all of these houses, you will first learn that they come with basically nothing inside them. All you'll have is that nice little fireplace, a table, and a bed. If you want to go and upgrade this house, just follow the quest that it gives you. It'll take you to another gentleman back in the Market District. You'll be able to purchase the dining, kitchen, sitting, storage, and wall hanging upgrades for this house, all coming in at about 800 each. Once you have purchased all of these upgrades, you'll see the shack in its full glory, looking absolutely splendid, with the beautiful warm fireplace, the nice comforting rug just inside the door, and that luscious single bed for all of you single people out there. Before we get into the Haunted House, Mandragora is a dark fantasy action RPG that blends skill-based combat, deep character customization, and immersive exploration in a beautiful hand-painted world. I've been playing at Mandragora over the weekend and was surprised at the depth in the 6 unique classes. I personally chose to play as the Nightshade, which is a rogue-like class that can coat your daggers with deadly poison. There is a full talent tree and skills to learn here for all of the classes, along with weapon crafting, where you'll find materials while out exploring and fighting across the 75 unique locations. It's not all just about fighting bosses and monsters here. There is a story that will pull you through this world with some dialogue choices to make along the way, something that I love in all sorts of games. The combat here is fast and fluid, at least with the Nightshade that I've played, and I've quite enjoyed exploring in the world and fighting the creatures and the boss fights that I've come across along the way. They didn't ask me to say this, but I genuinely plan to install it on my Rogue Ally and take it with me on my holiday this week, as I've quite enjoyed that combat loop. There is a demo available if you just want to try before you buy, but Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree has just launched on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. If you want to check out the game, use my link on the screen or in the description down below. Click that link to support myself and the game as well if you want to find out more. But thank you, Mandragora, for sponsoring this video. We're going to move on to the Haunted House of Anvil. This is the Benirus Manor. Now, you'll come across this manor just in Anvil. It's this fantastic building with this nice balcony on the top level, and this actually comes in relatively cheap. If you head over to the inn in Anvil and talk to Leyawiin Benirus, he will sell you his family home for the cheap cost of 5,000 gold, because there's totally nothing wrong with it. But once you get inside the house, if you sleep in the bed, you will get attacked by ghosts, and those ghosts will continue to spawn from that point onwards, and you'll notice obviously that the house is an absolute wreck at that point as well. This will continue the Where Spirits Have Lease quest. Now, essentially here, you will then need to go downstairs and pick up the diary note, and then go and find Leyawiin Benirus, who has fled the city. He's actually gone to the Imperial City. You'll need to convince him to come back with you to lift this curse, and once you do, you'll then just follow the quest objectives, and then at the end, you'll need to put the skeleton hand that you would have found next to the note on the corpse in the basement. This will spawn a boss fight, defeat the boss, grab the Staff of Flames that he drops, and then you've basically got this house for yourself. You can go back to Leyawiin Benirus and let him know that you've lifted the curse, and then upon returning to the manor, you'll notice that it's actually restored. All of the furniture is back where it's supposed to be. You've got new furniture. Everything is absolutely hunky-dory, and this is a nice property in Anvil, especially for the cost of 5,000. It's super cheap and actually has quite a nice storyline to it. So if you do want, say, a larger house without having to go and spend 25,000 gold that some of these houses cost, plus there are no additional upgrades, it's already all done for you once you've completed the quest, so it definitely is beneficial for that reason as well. Our next house is the Bravil House. If you wanted to live in this town, in this nice wooden apartment overlooking the river, in order to grab this house, you'll need to go and talk to the count in the town castle, and you'll be able to purchase this for 4,000 gold. Returning to your newly bought house, you will discover that this is pretty bare. You've got a nice closet door here that you can isn't open for some reason. A nice fireplace, a table, and a bed as it comes with, but it is a single room place. Now, if you follow the quest to the merchant that sells you the upgrades, you'll be able to purchase a dining area, a kitchen, racks, assortment, reading area, storage area, and wall hangings. When you've got all of the upgrades, this is what the place looks like. It does look a bit nicer, a bit more homely. Actually, looks like you could maybe live in here to some degree, but definitely not one of the best houses in the game, I would say. Nothing compared to the shack, that's for sure. Leyawiin House is next. This is a standalone property right in the center of Leyawiin town, all the way at the bottom of the Cyrodil map. In order to grab this bad boy, you'll need to go and talk to the count in the castle in that town. This count, you may actually need to increase your disposition. You do need 60 relationship with him. You can either bribe him or do the persuasion minigame, up to you. You'll be able to purchase this for 7,000 gold, and then returning to this property just to have a little bit of a peek before we upgrade it, you'll notice that you've still got basically a one-room setup, but there's some nice dividers here in this house that do separate the bedroom from the other interior options. Now, if you head over to the best goods and guarantees in town, you'll be able to purchase the upgrades for this house, and there's a couple more for this one. You've got a bedroom area, dining area, kitchen, reading, storage, study, and wall hangings. Relatively well priced as well. And then if we return to the house here, you'll be able to see what it looks like fully upgraded. You can definitely see that we're starting to get some of the more expensive looking houses, but the downside to a lot of these smaller houses is there's not a lot of storage space if you do want to separate items in various chests. Now, you do have the bed set up there that's nice separated via this new divider here as well, and you've got a couple of chests there in the little storage area as well as some barrels. So you do have a bit of space in here, and it's nice that it is a one room. I do prefer these one room setups. You don't have to go through too many loading screens. That is a little bit beneficial in my mind. In the north of Cyrodil, up in the snowy peaks, you'll be able to purchase a standalone house in the Bruma city. In order to purchase this house, you will need to talk to the countess in the castle. Again, you may also need to increase your disposition here depending on what quests you've done. It does need to be above 60, but she will sell you this quaint little house for 10,000 gold to transfer the deed and give you the keys. Now, if you return to this house, as always, you'll find there is a severe lack of furnishing. But what I do like about this property is you get a nice little staircase leading up to the top level here. There is some more snowy vibes here because of the region you're in, also the stone aesthetic as well. And then if you follow the quest to the giver that sells you the upgrades, you'll be able to purchase a fair few here for about 1,700 depending on your haggle price. By the way, if you want to know how to get your mercantile skill up, go and check out my video on how to level up your skills as fast as possible. So here you've got the bedroom, the dining, the kitchen, the lower storage area, lower wall hangings, study, upper sitting, upper storage, and upper wall hangings. Purchasing all of these, this is what the house will end up coming out as. This is quite a nice house. I do like, again, that it is one room setup, but you've also got multiple chests here that you can store all of your goods in if you want to separate various like weapons and armor and etc. or anything like that, as well as a nice downstairs area containing a nice little desk in your bedroom, plus a little chest there as well, and a nice fireplace, of course. The Cheydinhal House is next. This is a beautiful two-story house with a nice purple aesthetic on the outside and an iron gate protecting you from the general rubble of the streets here in Cheydinhal. Now, for this one, you will need to go and talk to the count in the castle again, and you need 60 relationship with him as well to buy this for 15,000 gold. This one is definitely more pricey, but the vibes here are well worth it for the nice purple aesthetic with the white wooden walls as well. Now, the upgrades for this one, you just follow the quest as always to purchase them. There is a fair few for this house as we're starting to get to definitely the more expensive stuff. So here you've got the bedroom, the dining, the dressing, the kitchen, the lower wall hangings, sitting, storage, study, upper hall area, and upper wall hangings. Purchasing all of these, this is what the house will look like. You've got a nice fireplace as you enter with the chairs leading up to the fireplace as well. Furnishings look really nice here, and it gives you a sort of a almost like a mage vibe to me. I don't know, just something about the purple and the way this house is set up. It does make me think of the Mages Guild. Arborwatch is the second most expensive house, standing next to the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild in the town of Coral. In order to purchase this, you will need to go and talk to the Countess in Coral. However, for this one, you do need at least 15 fame, which you can check in your character screen, and 70 disposition with her, which for some reason you can't can't get to either just by bribing or talking to her. Even if you do the quest that she gives you, just doesn't actually get above that point. So you may need to use a charm spell on her like I did. I just used the Voice of Emperor because I'm an Imperial, or you could just get one of the other standard charm spells as well to get you above that 70 point. She'll then sell you this house for 20,000, the second most expensive house that you can buy in the game. And you'll notice here that this house has two separate interior areas along with the initial landing that you land into, the suite and the bedroomy area. Upgrade wise, you're looking at about 2,700 for all of the various upgrades each. That's a bedroom, a dining upgrade, kitchen area, lower wall hangings, middle wall hangings, servants quarters, sitting area, study, suite, upper wall hangings. It's a lot of upgrades. You've already spent 20,000 on this house. You're going to be spending almost another 25, 30 plus as well to get all of these upgrades. So when you have all the upgrades, having a little look at this house does look nice. I do like the green banners and the wall hangings here and the nice dining room areas. The problem that I find with this house is that the two separate like bedroom areas that you have to go through loading screens to get to a bed, whether that be like the master bedroom or like the kids bedroom sort of layout. It is a nice house for sure. It's just extremely expensive. And when we haven't even talked about the free houses that you can get as well, or the most expensive house that has a secret, that's the Rosethorn Hall. Now this house is located in Skingrad. It is a large, not standalone property that has multiple levels as well as a secret that we'll talk about shortly. So in order to purchase this house, you will need to go to the castle in Skingrad, but you don't actually need to talk to a count or anything. It's actually the butler here, the orc butler. You'll need to talk to him. You need to have 15 fame and 70 relationship with him. You can easily bribe him to get up to that point. Once you have done that, you can purchase this house for 25,000 gold. Definitely very expensive. Returning to the house when it's empty, you'll see that you've got multiple levels in this property as well, and a nice upper bedroom, plus a cheeky little note that seems to be hidden on top of this platform. In order to get that, you'll need to get the upgrades. So if you follow the quest to the merchant that gives you the upgrades, there's a lot to buy here, and they're only 2,300 roughly, so it is a little bit cheaper than the Arborwatch house that we were discussing earlier. Now, all the upgrades here will set you back quite a fair amount. You obviously spent the 25,000 to upgrade. If you just want to get that note, you want to grab like the bedroom upgrades and like the desk and everything, that will actually get you a platform so you can jump on top to get this note. Now, essentially here, you just need to jump up here, grab this note, the long forgotten note. It will unlock a quest for you that is called the Rosethorn Cage. There is a riddle to solve here, and essentially what you need to find is an hourglass, and it's extremely well hidden in the basement. And top of the pillar that has the garlic, if you have the upgrades, you will just be able to make out like an hourglass up there. Clicking on this will activate it. You'll get a ring and several precious gems. The ring is the real kicker here. It is the Ring of the Grey. This comes with Fortify Sneak, Security, Marksman, Detect Life, Resist Poison, and Fortify Acrobatics. An incredible ring that you can get, and it does make the sting of this extremely expensive house a little bit less, especially when compared to the Arborwatch. But if you want some free houses, there are 4 options from DLC houses that all sort of have a various like role play aspect. We'll start with the Deepscorn Hollow. This is a house specifically designed for, say, vampires or the Dark Brotherhood, essentially. It's found way down in the south. It's very swamp-like. It's got a lot of that sort of cave aesthetics, very much for a dungeon crawler. Plus, there are a lot of benefits for vampires here, like statues you can use, as well as remove your vampirism if you want to. To get this house, you simply just need to come down to this location. It may already be marked on your map near Leyawiin, as it was for me. I'm not sure if that was a rumor or something, or it was just like marked by default. Simply by just like coming to this location, you'll get the quest to just like unlock it, and all you need to do then is go and upgrade it if you do choose to. Now, there's various upgrades that do actual legitimate things here. Same with all of these free upgrades, one of them being the Dark Minion upgrade, which will give you a basically like a Dark Brotherhood member that will then go out and murder some people for you, and then he'll come back eventually after I think it's about a week, and you'll have a chest that you'll be able to grab that individual that was murdered's belongings from. There's also a nice coffin that you can sleep in, as well as a prisoner in the cell that you can feed on if you are a vampire, and a couple of other cool things as well for vampires. So definitely got the Dark Brotherhood vampire vibes here if that's what you're looking for, and it is quite a nice place if that's your poison. But if that's not your poison, maybe you're looking for like some spells, mage tower like, then Frostcrag Spire is definitely for you. This is found atop a mountain east of Bruma. In the exact same way for the Deepscorn Hollow, you just need to get close to this location. You'll unlock the quest to like get it. Essentially, then it's just like your house forever. The quest will then point you to a merchant in the Imperial City where you can buy the various upgrades here. Now you've got all the typical upgrades like the bedroom area, library, the vault, which comes with a bunch of chests and things. But what you really want to look out for is the Mage Tello candle boxes. There are 2 of these that you can purchase. This will unlock the spellcrafting and the enchanting table for you. So you'll need to buy these from her in order to unlock those. And one of the other cool things about this property is you have an altar that you can summon Atronox at by having 3 of their specific salts. You'll be able to have them follow you as basically like a companion that will be a bit of fodder in combat. You've also got an alchemy lab if you do purchase that upgrade up top. Now, if you stand at the lab, this will give you a plus 15 to your alchemy skill when you're standing at the table. So it makes it much easier to make some of those high level potions if you are just like leveling up your alchemy skill or just trying to get some more potions to sell, as that's basically how I've made all my money in the game. But this is a really nice property with a lot of cool benefits for mage players if that's the role play you're going for. The Dunbarrow Cave is a thieves' den roleplay vibes, definitely for the thief aspect here. It's in the Smuggler's Cave south of Anvil. You'll see the Dunbarrow Cave just sort of south of there. Exactly same thing. Once you get close to here, you'll get the quest to grab this as your own. Now for this, you'll need to defeat the skeletons, which can be a little bit tricky, so just be mindful of that if you are coming here very early in the game. Once you've defeated the skeletons, the place will then become yours, and there are a lot of really good upgrades for the Dunbarrow Cove. One of them is the security upgrade, which gives you a security expert on the property that you can buy the like lockpicks and like a couple of other security things from, as well as the spells to unlock things, as well as a hard trading chest that you can practice your own lockpicking on. You've got a supplier that you can just like sell various things to, a fence that you can sell stolen goods to, Fletcher for marksman goods, and like a trainer, as well as a spy master that has some weapons and armor and things to sell and can upgrade your sneak. Plus you've also got your captain's quarters in there as well. Now once fully upgraded, you'll get a crew that you can then send out to plunder. They will like return a week later with some gold for you. So plenty of upgrades for the thief vibe, the pirate vibe, all that good stuff. If that's what you're going for, the Dunbarrow Cove is definitely a good option. Lastly, we've got the Battlehorn Castle, a warrior or a fighters guild player's dream. Now, west of Coral, you'll come across this massive castle that when you get to this location, you'll start a quest. You'll need to help defend the castle from the attacking marauders. Once you've done that, the castle just becomes yours. The men-at-arms will give you the key and the deed, and it is now your property. This has a few upgrades as well. Like you'll start with like the barracks, which has like the Castellan, Anthon, and the 2 men-at-arms to like patrol. You can have them follow you as well, just like we could with the Atronox if you just want to follow her. These are some of the most tangible upgrades in terms of actually upgrading the building. Like you've got the training area that actually adds someone that you can spar with. You've got like the kitchen area that adds someone you can buy food and drink from. The cellar that actually adds someone that will make literal wine for you. A servant for your bedroom quarters. You've got statues that you can make in like the Grand Hall by talking to someone as well. Like plenty of legitimate upgrades to this place. The Dwemer Forge is the last upgrade. Now to get this, you have to purchase one of the other upgrades and you'll get a note to say that there is a new upgrade to go back to the vendor and purchase the Dwemer Forge. This will then give you a upgrade to your armorer when you're standing next to the forge. Same with the alchemy table, how you stand there, you get alchemy. For this, stand next to the forge and you'll actually get the 15 buff to your armorer. But there is also a blacksmith here that you can repair any of your weapons and armor with anyway if you don't want to do it yourself, so you've got that benefit too. But definitely good for those like fighting guild vibes. But let me know your thoughts on all of the houses in Oblivion. Which one are you planning to run? There's a lot of options here and a lot of different variety in the overall aesthetic, especially for roleplay purposes, which I really like. I also low-key like that there is no settlement building here either. It's just feels different and nice considering all the Bethesda games we've had recently. But anyway, moving on. And thanks to Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, for sponsoring this video. Check out the demo and the game by clicking the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end. Thank you to our members for supporting the channel. My name is Noza and I hope you have a great day.